Namaste to all. Yeah. So we have,
welcome, Bhaiya.
yeah, thank you. All right. So we have been in this workshop for the last 5 days. Today is the 6th day. I'm going to share the sum up with you. And if we have time, we'll have some questions also. My network is going up and down today, so I will request Parikshitji to share in case this network goes down. Parikshitji, you are able to see my presentation? Manisha ji, can you see the presentation?
Yes, Bhaiya. No.
Ji Bhaiya, it is visible.
And voice is also.
Yeah. All right. So we have seen that this existence is in the form of coexistence. You have units which are submerged in space. Units are of two types, material and consciousness units. And when we look at the human being is the coexistence of the self, which is consciousness, and body, which is material unit. And if you see this whole existence, including the human body, is a harmony. Vyavastha mein hai. The only thing that is remaining is this self, this right understanding, right feeling in the self. Only the self in disharmony is the issue in the whole existence. So if you look at that as a percentage of the total existence, it is a very, very small part that needs to be done. And this has to happen in us, in each self, and it has to be done by the self. From outside, this cannot be done, as you can see for yourself, that only you are aware of what is going on in you, and only you can fix that, isn't it? So this is a small, maybe 0.0001% of the whole existence that is not yet in harmony. But the interesting thing is that we have this faculty of natural acceptance, which is a glimpse into this harmony. And all of us have that natural acceptance. And if we are guided by our natural acceptance, this work can easily be done. So we have been exploring this. So my role in this whole existence is to understand this whole existence, what we just saw here. We just need to understand it and live according to it, live in coexistence. So few things that we have been through, and I was able to see that you have been asking questions also about this, and Aprajita ji was explaining about some of those things in the Q&A. The human being is more than just the body. How many of you can see that human being is more than just the body, not just the body? You can raise your hands. Yes, Razia Begum ji has raised her hand. Hemal ji has raised her hand. Yeah, Arun Talwar ji has raised his hand. So like that, you are able to see. Many of you are able to see. Not that human being is the body, but it is more than the body. And what is more than the body? That we are a coexistence of the self and body. That may take some time for us to directly see that, but at least we are quite aware now that human being is more than just the body. And this must have gone through very clearly that it is the body that needs the physical facility. I don't need physical facility. And the body needs physical facility only for nurturing it, protecting it, and rightly utilizing it. Physical facility has no other purpose. So this must have gone through quite clearly. My need If I look at my own need, my need is continuous happiness and prosperity, the feeling of happiness and the feeling of prosperity. And this need for this happiness and prosperity, the feelings, is fulfilled by right understanding and right feeling. It cannot be fulfilled by physical facility. So how many of you can see this part? That my need is continuous happiness and it is fulfilled by right understanding and right feeling. Yes, Rama Jainji is. Yes.
Mr. Presentation.
Ji? I am not able to. Okay, so I'll close. I mean, I'll complete this. Then we can leave some more time. If we have time for Q&A, we'll do that. But we can see that the body is the one that needs the physical facility. I need continuous happiness, and this continuous happiness, these feelings are fulfilled by right understanding, and on the basis of right understanding, I can have the right feeling in me. And the most interesting thing is that I do have this innate faculty of natural acceptance, my inner voice. It is my internal guide for realizing my full potential as a human. It is like a compass, and it is in me. It is uncorrupted by preconditioning. And as we go along, we'll see that every human being has the same natural acceptance, same endpoint, same target, same goal. So this whole existence is a harmony, it's a coexistence, it is love, it is peace, it is relationship. Only for the lack of right understanding and right feeling, I am in trouble. Everything else is a harmony. I am a tiny part of this whole existence. I am embedded in love. Only I have to see that I am embedded in love and be that. So that is our role as a human being. I heard in the beginning of this session, somebody was sharing that we are feeling that we are in a different world. We have made a different world, but this is the real world, the world of love, peace, harmony. That is the real world. Today we are not in the real world, and we have to make it the real world. I am in harmony, in a state of happiness, when my imagination is in line with my natural acceptance, when it is guided by my natural acceptance. I have a natural acceptance. I only have to access it. I only have to refer to it and be in line with it. Then my feeling of prosperity depends on if I am able to recognize the need for physical facility. What is my need? You must have done this exercise about counting your clothes. If you can see that you have more than your needs, or I can produce more than what is required, I can earn more than what is required, I can have more than what is required, I feel prosperous. So how many of you are feeling prosperous now? After these 5 days, 6 days, sixth day today. Neelkant Sharma ji is saying he's feeling prosperous. Hemal Red Pandey ji is saying, yes. So 2 out of 57 people are feeling prosperous. That is very nice.
Sir could find the way to be prosperous. Not exactly.
Rama ji.
जी.
Yeah. बहुत कुछ है.
Sir, it is very, it is a matter of great pleasure for me that I found the way the path I could follow and be prosperous in this way. And
Isn't it? Yeah.
not exactly followed in my life, but uh, had been aware of these points, which we are not feeling that we are lacking these points. As we are not aware of these, so we are not missing these. Now I am aware. So, Ji sir.
See, when you come, you are already aware of it to a large extent. So when you go out, you are wearing some different kind of clothes. When you come home, you feel what clothes do you wear? More comfortable clothes. किसी को दिखाने की जरूरत नहीं है. So these are important things to take away. Then this other set is to do with the other human being. We are related not only to human being but also to the rest of nature. For example, your lungs are related to the air. You don't have to make that relationship. You can't say that I don't believe this. There is a relationship between my lungs and the air or water or the trees. I am related to everything that exists. And everything is fulfilling me. This air is fulfilling me. This water is fulfilling me. Isn't it? The trees are fulfilling me. The plants are fulfilling me. The animals are fulfilling me. They're not asking, okay, this is Ramaji is like this, so therefore I will not fulfill. They are fulfilling. They are not asking any question. It is unconditionally like that we are related. Like that we are related to human being also. And in the human being, relationship of human being to human beings, the core is the feelings that we have in us. The feelings are at the base of the relationship. And the relationship is in harmony. There is happiness. There is mutual happiness when I have these feelings in me and I share these feelings with the other. We can only share what we have. If we don't have, we can't share. And simply by understanding the feelings, we have those feelings. Not just by memorizing the definitions, but by having those feelings in us. So this is another important point that many of you must have grasped. Can anybody, who has been able to see, can you raise your hand? Or just switch on the mic and say. They are related and by trust must have been discussed. Okay. Okay, you will keep trying. So somebody was saying that the real test will start when we go back. I would only change that when we go back to the unreal world, we have to see. We have to make it a real world. And then we discussed briefly about the society, the nature and the existence. We discussed about the human goal. The society is in harmony only when the human goal is fulfilled for all and generation after generation. So for example, the fear in the society cannot be resolved by having high walls and electric fences. Can be resolved when there is a feeling of trust between us. And it can start from me. I can be a pillar of that human society. So this we discussed. And then nature and existence are already in harmony. I don't have to, mess with it. I only have to understand it and play my role in it. And the role of education is to place all this in particular place the aspirations and the concerns of the students, of you and the students and everybody. We want to be happy, we want to be prosperous in continuity. That should come out through education. We should be able to enable the students to live a happy and prosperous life in all the dimensions of their living. Isn't it? So that's brief sum up. We can see the values at each level. My value is my participation in the larger order. I am valuable for my family when I ensure the feeling of relationship and prosperity in me and ensure it for the rest of the family. So like that, we can see what is the meaning of value. And you can also see that if you live by human values, for example, if you ensure this feeling of relationship in you, you feel happy. If you have a feeling of respect, you feel happy. If you have a feeling of disrespect, you can check whether you feel happy or unhappy. So living by human values, number one, results in my happiness. And with that feeling of happiness, when we interact with the other also accepts it and feels happy. So that is my participation in the larger order, in the family, in the society, in the nature, in the whole existence. And you will see that even one happy person in the whole room, people will go to that person. Have you noticed that? And you can be that happy person, and you can sort of help the other people also to be like that, starting with your family, with your children, with your parents, with other people around you, with your friends, and as teachers with the students. With that feeling of happiness, we can learn the skills more easily. We will be able to pay more attention. We'll be able to do things much better and in the right direction. So if you look at it in a nutshell, the existence is a coexistence. And there is a potential on every human being to realize this coexistence. Whatever I said earlier, all that put together, every human being has the potential to understand it. It may not happen in 1 year, 2 years. It may happen over a longer period of time, but everyone has the potential to realize this coexistence and to live a happy, prosperous life. Our role with nature is its enrichment, planting trees and things like that, its protection and right utilization. And we discussed the goal of society, the right understanding and right feeling in every human being, prosperity in every family, trust, fearlessness in this society, and coexistence with the rest of nature, mutual fulfillment with the rest of nature. And that is enrichment, protection, and right utilization of nature. Okay, that is repeated over here. Okay. And we have to be active in this process. We can't sit there and just expect all this to happen. We have to play a role in it. Just like the tree is playing a role in it. It's not asking questions. It is just doing what its role is, what its innate nature is. When you plant the seed, it becomes a plant and that grows, produces fruit. So it is doing that. Similarly, the role of human being in the society is to ensure this human goal, and we have to participate in it. And as teachers, you have the most important role in this whole existence, I would say, to understand and then to share with the students. In the family, these feelings, the feelings of trust, respect, etc., all the way to love, they are the feeling of coexistence. It is the expression of coexistence. All this is an expression. This whole set of human values is an expression of the coexistence. Health in the body, the feeling of prosperity in the human being, and at the level of the continuous happiness. And this happiness is not that excitement wala happiness. So this is when we are in harmony at the level of, it's to do with being in harmony. So this list that is in purple is the list of universal human values. All these values are universal. You can see, is the feeling of respect a universal value, something valuable for us and for the other? The feeling of prosperity, health in the body, all these are universal human values. Now, the expressions of these these universal values can be in different words may be used for this. Okay, and I've just tried to draw some similes that there are three primary colors, and they are the foundation for all the other colors. The Sare Gama Pa, that is the foundation for all the musical notes. So like that. And all the expressions may be one of the universal human values or their combinations. So if we take the Constitution of India, we want justice, liberty, equality, and fraternity. Now, to realize these, we have to understand the basic things. So, for example, to understand liberty, liberty of thought, liberty of expression, belief, faith, worship. Okay. These are words, but what does liberty mean? So if we understand that realizing the truth and living by the truth is liberty, that is Swatantrata. So we do need to understand the truth. Truth, the same as understanding our human values. Truth reflected rather in the human values that we have been discussing, in the natural acceptance. So liberty can be achieved only by having the right understanding, having the right feeling, and living by them. So like that, we can see, all the values. You can do some homework and see the values that are expressed, values of, let's say, empathy. So what does that mean? And what do we need to understand at the base to have that feeling of empathy? So like that, you can do some homework. The program of action going forward from here is, of course, to understand this harmony and to live in harmony at all the levels of our being. व्यवस्था को समझना, व्यवस्था पूर्वक जीना. जितने भी हमारे जितना जीने का फैलाव है उसमें. So there are three steps, I would say. One is the self-exploration. When you do the self-exploration, you become more and more aware of your natural acceptance. What you really want to be, what is your true intention, what is your true आपका असली लक्ष्य क्या है? So that self-exploration helps you to see that, because it is in you and only you can see that directly. That inner voice or the natural acceptance is your property. You have to see that yourself. Right? But you can give some hint to that, and that can be seen. Okay. So we need to verify the proposals, work on those proposals, verify them, explore them, verify them, validate them. Then we will have more and more of our thoughts, more and more of our imagination will be in line with our natural acceptance. And our expressions outside, the behavior, the work, our participation will be more and more harmonious, more and more fulfilling for yourself as well as the others. The next thing that we have to do, step 2 and 3, is to be aware of what is going on in my imagination and be aware of our natural acceptance and keep matching it. Step 3 is to keep matching it, evaluate the imagination. Am I thinking about revenge, or am I thinking about how I can be complementary? And keep making effort to what is naturally acceptable to you. So in a nutshell, it would be to discover your natural acceptance and to purify your imagination. So this is a small work that we have to do as an individual, so that our natural acceptance is clear to us and our imagination is being guided by that natural acceptance. So that is the small work that is to be done. It may take a long time, but that is all that needs to be done. And for that, what is happening, what can be done at the level of the society is to share this with other people, to share this content or this set of proposals with other people. You can call it People's Education Program. And when we share it, there'll be more people with right understanding and right feeling. At least they'll have that now I found some way, now I'll work on it. So we'll find such people, particularly parents, teachers, and policymakers. With that orientation, we can place it in education for children. Then we'll have lots and lots of children who are thinking in that direction. And they can be the source of this humane society that we are uh, all longing for, that we have a peaceful society, peaceful world. So the work can start in the family, it can start in the institution, it can start in your college, it can start in your city, in your district, in the whole nation, and ultimately in the whole world. Now, if you just go by this People's Education Program, and if it takes 10 years for one person to understand, me to understand, and in the next 10 years, I facilitate 10 other people to understand, then in 100 years, there'll be a major change if we are active in that for ourselves and for the others. And as teachers, you have lots of opportunity. You must be influencing hundreds and thousands of children every year. If it comes into education formally, informally, and becomes part of education, then it will certainly take less time. 20 to 50 years is a good guess, an estimate. And if it comes more pervasively in all the different dimensions in healthcare, in justice, in economics, etc., then it will take much less time. So in our lifetime, we can certainly see some change. And for the next generation, they will have a better environment, better place to live, and they will continue this progress. And in a few generations, things will be very, very different than what they are. Where we want to reach, we will be able to move in that direction. For you, you can explore these in more detail. This FDP was an introduction. For the students, there is student orientation to UHV in UHV 1. But for you, go to UHV 2. It is the details of what we have discussed briefly in this introductory course. And after that, for those who are interested, they can go for the minor degree. The students can go for the minor degree, but there are higher level courses. There are 6 more courses that you can go. I've not mentioned them here because already it must be quite overwhelming, but that is there. There is a minor degree in UHV, and those who are interested can go through the courses so that you can be prepared to teach those courses in due course of time. And if you see the task in India, we have 144 crore people today. And this number, 25 crore families, is probably less. It might be more families because more and more families are becoming smaller and smaller. So it will probably more families. We have about 26 crore children and 4 crore youth who are in colleges. So if we have one faculty for every 80 to 100 students, we need lots and lots of people to make that happen, make this thing happen. This online workshop was just a glimpse. Some people say it is an introduction. Some people say it's not even an introduction. It is a poster. But this must have drawn your attention to the need for your self-exploration. Some proposals were given, so you must have evaluated them, explored them, evaluated them. So this workshop is a starting point. It never ends. It's the self-exploration questions that we are asking. You must be asking yourself. And this process will continue. Am I choosing the right things? Or am I choosing things which will lead to harmony? Or am I choosing things which will lead to disharmony? Am I making choices that will lead to my happiness? Or am I choosing things for my own unhappiness and the unhappiness of others? Like if I'm thinking about revenge, it's neither for my happiness nor for the happiness of the other. So what am I thinking about? What am I doing, etc.? Those questions you will start working on. That is the hope from this program. So as a teacher, you have the very, very high potential to transform the lives of hundreds and thousands of students and then make effort for a human society. So for us, it has been an enriching experience for the whole team. And now, of course, we would like to hear from you about your own experiences.